Loma Prieta returns with new LP Last. For nearly 2 decades, San Francisco's Loma Prieta have evolved in front of our eyes. With each release, they have elevated the post-punk subgenre to high art without abandoning the heart at its core, all serving as an artistic reflection for their personal growth amid the complex world that surrounds us all. Their latest, the forthcoming full-length, Last, will arrive June 30th from Deathwish Inc. A long 8 years since their most recent LP, Last is comprised of 11 new songs that took shape amid the turbulence the world has collectively faced since. The emotional tension within each song on Last is palpable, at times unfurling contemplatively with delicate melody, while at others exploding with sonic violence. The songs all give voice to the manic nature of the modern human experience. Of the new track, Loma Prieta's Sean Leary comments, Glare is a song talking about the two meanings of the word glare and where they intersect. A blinding brightness versus a hateful stare. More simply, light versus dark. Within this, a metaphor about how light and dark play with our sight, same as love and hate cloud our mind. Love and hate are so closely tied in the human psyche, becoming confusingly similar in tone when felt full on. Musically, this track runs the gamut of these strong diametric opposites, beginning contemplative, moving into hatred and rage, concluding with bright, cathartic triumph. Loma Prieta's Last will arrive June 30th, 2023 on Deathwish Inc. New York City-based post-punk duo A Cloud of Ravens released their new album Lost Hymns on April 28th, just days after kicking off their European tour with their Swedish label mates Then Comes Silence. The album is available on Nexus Records / Schubert Music Europe. Effectively merging classic and contemporary post-punk and darkwave sensibilities, their somewhat poetic use of prose and metaphor express the trials and joys of the world in which we now find ourselves. A Cloud of Ravens' subsequent remix-based EP also features contributions by producer John Fryer and prominent artists such as Clan of Zymox, actors Chris Vrenna, and Ritual Howls. They also present their latest single, Parable. In some ways, Parable channels Einstein's definition of insanity, which is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, says frontman Matthew McIntosh. Though dense in metaphor, Parable is asking how dire do things need to get in this world for us to realize, as a society and culturally, that maybe something needs to shift as far as how we honor each other, the futility of war, and how we treat the environment? We've got one planet, and we're on it together, whether we like it or not. Doesn't the path of least resistance ultimately make the most sense? Formed in 2018 by Matthew McIntosh and Beth Narducci, the Brooklyn-based duo emerged on the burgeoning dark music scene with a series of self-released offerings that garnered attention that led to their 2021 album Another Kind of Midnight, a mournful yet triumphant collection exploring the heart of a world amidst a devastating pandemic and torn by moral tribalism. Lost Hymns will be available from the digital outlets such as Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, and Bandcamp. Following their April-May tour dates in Europe, A Cloud of Ravens will tour North America with Clan of Zymox and Curse Mackey. Julie Byrne announces The Greater Wings, her first record in over 6 years and her debut with Ghostly International. The American songwriter's return is a testament to patience and determination, the willingness to transform through the vacillation of loss, the vitality of renewal, and the courage to rise forever changed. For nearly a decade, Byrne has moved through the world as a characteristically private artist, largely outside the public eye. A self-taught musician that has committed her life to her work, she now emerges from a deeply trying and generative period with the most powerful, lustrous, and life-affirming music of her career, The Greater Wings. The album pulled imagery from nights on tour, periods of isolation, and cross-country drives for its various collaborations. Recording started with the late Eric Littleman, her longtime creative partner and Not Even Happiness producer, and finished in the Catskills of New York with producer Alex Summers. It finds Byrne leaning further into atmospheres both expansive and intimate. The lush, evocative songcraft flows between her signature finger-picked guitar, synthesizer, and a newly adopted piano, made wider by flourishes of harp and strings. The Greater Wings arrives July 7th, 2023 on standard black and sky blue vinyl and is available bundled with a limited edition lyric booklet. In late April 2023, Denmark-based Roman Reverse just released their new single, Here It's All Over. Dear fans, my new single, Here It's All Over, is now available on Bandcamp. It's a pleasure to share my music with you. Thanks for listening and supporting. You are the world to me. With love, Roman Reverse. On May 9th, 2023, My Life with the Kill Kult released Sinister Whispers 4, The Bedroom Tapes, 1987 to 1988. This fourth release in the artist retrospective series focuses on the pre-band days, when the duo were just beginning to collaborate. It's a collection of rare live recordings made in a small Chicago bedroom during the winter of 1987 to 1988. The 13 songs, jams, and grooves highlight TKK's industrial origins, featuring heavily distorted vocals, jackhammer percussion sounds, and a good old dose of satanic adoration. Buzz McCoy explains, these tapes were working ideas, our first few jams together. We hadn't really begun writing songs yet. Many times Groovy had no lyrics and would make them up as he went. We had no multi-track recorder. Everything was mixed on the fly to a cassette deck with a 12-channel mixing board, while I attempted to play samples, keyboards, and occasionally bass at the same time. Many of the tracks aren't mixed at all. They were spontaneous live recordings for reference, but looking back, they don't sound half as bad as I thought, and they really do capture that manic youthful angst swirling around us at the time. Sinister Whisper 4, The Bedroom Tapes 1987 to 1988 is available on Sleazebox Records. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Daily Chill Music News. Thank you.